What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching. I wanted to make this video today because I think it's appropriate and I'm just enjoying driving this Miata so much. I just wanted to get out and say it. There's a lot of hype around this car. All Miatas have this kind of hype where everybody says that they are an amazing driver car, that you need to own one to understand that if you're looking from the outside in, you're not going to understand why people love these cars so much, why they're so sought out after, like why people just want them, why people modify them, why people put so much money into these cars when they're some old early 90s cars, or you know, or if you get a NA2, a late 90s cars with a 1.8, but why people go crazy over a car that is at least 20 years old. And honestly, after driving this car for the past couple of days, I've put, you know, more than 200 miles on this one since I've gotten it now that I was able to get it registered and whatnot. I can 100% see and understand why people love these cars so much, why people modify them, why they spend so much money on them, because this car is amazing. I think amazing is an understatement. I mean, this car is, I don't have the words to really describe. It's you have to drive one to understand. They're super fun while being super slow. And again, like I detailed in a past video, you don't buy this car to be fast. This is not a fast car. If you expect this car to be fast, you are going to be disappointed. And honestly, if you expect this car to be slow, which you should, you're going to be disappointed too, because I will say this car is slower than I really thought. I anticipated slow, but not this slow, but that's okay because that's not what this car is about. This car is about having fun, you know, beating on it, banging gears, taking it around corners, things like that. So yes, the hype around these cars is 100% real. It's 100% justified. You need to drive one, own one, whatever, to understand what people are talking about. This car is amazing. This car is super fun. Everything about it. The first thing you're gonna notice when it comes to this car, I think, is gonna be how small it is. It makes it feel like you're in like a little go-kart kind of thing. The interior is really small, as expected. The shifter in this car is fantastic. That's something I pointed out in another video, that the shifter in this car is amazing. You don't need a short shifter, I don't think, in this car. You could get one if you really want a notchy short throw. I don't think it's necessary though, but again, nice to have, but I don't need one. I don't think I'm gonna do one as of now, but the shifter's amazing. That's one thing I will praise this car to the death of me, is that the shifter is probably one of the best that I've ever felt. I've driven a good amount of cars. This feels way better than my wagon. This feels way better than the Mini. This thing is amazing. It's outmatched anything that I've driven recently, and as far as I can remember. As far as like the pedals, the way the car feels, the pedals are in a great position. They're not too close, surprisingly, even though the footwell is kind of small, but at least for me, I don't have a huge foot. I'm a size 9.5. My feet don't get tangled up. So I like it. Clutch feels really good. Clutch is really easy to maneuver and navigate. The throttle's really tight. Surprisingly, the throttle, the gas pedal is very tight, very heavy, and I kind of like that. It's not a very, you know, you really gotta put some force and put your foot down to get the car to really to go. What else? I mean, it's very simple. I mean, right now I don't have a radio, as you can see. I mean, it's one of like an ancient with a cassette player. I don't know why I took the face off to show you guys, but this is all coming out. I have a new radio at home, just waiting for the harness, and I'm gonna be putting in a new unit. But yeah, guys, the hype is real. The hype is so justified. You need to own one. You need to get one. If your friend has one and you're debating buying one, ask him to drive it. Say, hey man, look, let me drive your car, or like even in a parking lot, something, just drive it, because I don't know, like you're gonna fall in love. It's just how raw. The car has a very raw feel to it. I feel like this is a car, it's a good car for, how do I explain it? Compared to new cars are very assisted. Clutch pedal, gearboxes are very smooth. Everything is very assisted in a newer car. So these cars are not assisted. This is very raw. they're not as forgiving as a new car. This car, again, I've mentioned before, it doesn't have any power steering, so get ready to get used to heavier steering feel when you're parking, when you're getting into a spot. You're gonna get used to that because it might catch you by surprise when you first get one. That, let's say if you get one that doesn't have power steering, there are options. You could get power steering, electric windows, things like that. You could do that, but I was looking for a very bare bones Miata. I wanted the full Miata experience. I have a friend that owns one, and he was telling me, because when I first was looking for one a couple of months ago, when I was heavily trying to get one, I had the money, was just trying to find a clean example, which thank God I found a clean example of one with no rust, no dents, no different color body panels. I found a clean one, in my opinion. And I have a friend that has one, and he told me, dude, you know, get a very bare bones one. Don't get power windows, don't get power steering. Find a very base model, crank windows. It'll be lighter, it'll be more fun. Don't get the power steering because you're gonna want to rip it out anyway. Because he was telling me, he's like, look, if you buy one with power steering and you drive mine, it's gonna be a big difference. Yes, the power steering is more comfortable, but if you want more of a road feel, if you want more of a driving experience, you don't want that. And that's what I wanted. This is not a daily driver. This is not gonna be my daily driver. This is gonna be a quick, fun weekend car, a nice day car, so I could just romp on, especially when I turbocharge it, which I will be turboing this car soon. I promise you guys that's happening. I'm gonna be doing wheels, tires, and suspension first, and then right after that, we're boosting this car. So, yeah, but he told me, look, you're gonna want a raw experience. It's not your daily, just come out. Hold on, guys. It started to rain, and my wipers sound like an animal dying. I have to get new wipers. Hold on, wait for it. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it sounds like something's dying, how loud these wipers are. I gotta get new ones. But anyways, wow, that sounds really bad. But he told me just get something very bare bones, and I did, and I don't regret it. I mean, everything is so simple. It's just turn the key and go. No electronics. Like I said, my stereo doesn't even work right now, so that's fine. But again, I'm glad I got one. Oh. It's been nothing but fun. I mean, there are a few things I have to fix on mine, but like for example, I have an exhaust rattle. I did mention that in another video, but I have a little exhaust rattle. I don't know if the exhaust cracked or, you know, it just came apart because it is 30 years old. This car's from 1990, so it's a 30-year-old car. I don't expect aluminum or whatever material they used on an exhaust to be good 30 years later. I mean, it is what it is. But again, it's been fun. I mean, pull over, but yeah, guys, the car's been really fun. Again, it's super simple. I mean, let me get you off my window here, but I mean, as you can see, that's not working right now, but got that. I mean, that's pretty much, you get what you get. Crank everything, crank windows. But yeah, guys, the hype around these cars is real. It's super fun. I can't imagine getting one that was not the base model, just because the driving experience that I've had with this car has been really outmatched by, I mean, well, not outmatched, I mean, it just outweighs everything else, and it's amazing. I could ramble on and on and on about how much I love this car, and I will be making a video soon. But if you're in the market for one, buy one. They're super fun. They are, from what I know, they're super reliable, from what everybody says on all the forums that I've read. So I know this car's gonna last, and even if something happens to it, it blows up. I mean, the engines, the transmissions are so cheap for these cars. I'll pull it in a day, drop a new one in, and just keep going. I'm just glad I got a super clean chassis, super clean interior. But yeah, guys, anyways, the hype around the Miata, it's real. It's an amazing car, amazing driver car. I can see why people love them. I can see why people modify them so much, why people put so much money into them. But anyways, guys, hopefully you like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing an okay job. And there's more Miata content coming, guys. I have a lot of videos that are going to be coming out, a lot of mods that are going to be done, a lot of driving videos that I'm going to be doing with this car. You guys seem to really enjoy my driving videos. They're super popular, at least on my channel, being that it's so small, very small channel, but they seem to be very popular, and I'm glad that you guys like it. Sorry guys, my camera cut off, my SD card actually ran out of memory, but anyways, so you guys really seem to enjoy the driving videos, and I enjoy making them, so I'll be doing a lot of that, especially once this car is modified with the suspension, and I turbo it. I'm going to be doing a lot of, like, you know, windy roads, a lot of videos pertaining to, you know, just cornering and just pulling out of a corner really fast, you know, things like that. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to make more. A lot of things are coming for this car, so stay tuned and have a good one.